Welcome to the vlog. It's really good to see you again. So every time I go fishing I like to just get my rods organised, make sure everything's set up, try and find fish. There's fish here, but it's the middle of summer nearly now. Well, it's not actually, it's nearly the beginning of the week before May, so it's starting to warm up. What am I going to be doing today? Well, obviously I'm carp fishing, but what I'm trying to do is trying to make the best of what I've got. Right, even though I'm fishing, Flynn does his own little thing. I've actually come with my son on this session. What does he do?
I make boats.
He makes boats. He does that all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
So look at that, it's quite cool, look at it.
This is the biggest and best boat I've made yet.
Yeah?
And it even floats.
Go on, does it float?
Also made a
look at that, he's made a little ring so we don't lose this floating boat. It's got a sail in it.
Even though it's got lots of holes in it, still floats.
Great that, Flynn. Double thumbs up.
Yeah.
Don't fall in when you do it. Don't go head over tail into the water. Whoosh! That's what Flynn does while he's fishing these days. He will put a rod out. He'll put one of mine out, so like I'm fishing with 3 rods for a little while until, you know, somebody come along and give me a telling off over that. But that's what Flynn does. He just makes wicker boats. Tell me what you do when you go fishing. Are you a full-grown man who does wicker boats? Is that what you do? I might make one myself actually. I've got nothing else better to do.
Yeah, it's fun, Dad.
Is it fun?
Yep.
Seriously fun?
Yep.
Bless him. Again, it's all about the sunlight. Sunset. Look at that again. Looks great, doesn't it? You know I've got a time lapse in here, but I've had to ask somebody, can I enter their swim and put the camera on to do the time lapse, because I need to catch that. So there it is. Cheers.
You're more than welcome.
It's a strange guy. He enters your swim and asks you to do a time lapse. Something not quite alright about that, is it? It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. So it looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks lovely.
That's what it's about. Most definitely. Definitely about this.
This is definitely about this. It's what it's all about.
It's awesome.
Cool. Right. If I don't get a fish in the middle of the night, I'll see you in the morning. Well, it's now night time. It's pretty quiet. It's like a mill pond. There's not much happening. Let's turn a bit of light on so you can see me. Oh, that's better. It's a case of waiting now to see if we're going to catch a fish. This is great now because it's Flynn's messing about. It's dark. It's great now because it's warm and I don't have to have the winter wrap on. I've just got my bed chair and the umbrella, as you can see there. Tomorrow morning I'm going to show you about the potatoes. You alright?
Can I have one of the lights?
In the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sort one out for you in a bit. I've got one that you can use. It's alright in a minute or two.
Sort it out.
Will do. I'll sort it out in a minute. It's in all my gear. Children, eh? He wants a light, he wants his own light. The car's parked behind the swim, so Flynn's not fishing tonight. He's not allowed to. So he's going to have a kip in the car while he's watching a bit of telly. Just chilling out. That's what we do. Better sort his light out now, haven't I? What we're doing next? Well, I've decided that because I've not had a fish last night, I'm going to try something a little bit different. And what's that? Potatoes! We're going to use the humble potato, and we're going to use the bell ball cutter to try and tempt a fish out with a potato. Potato, cutter, bell ball cutter, potato. Luckily enough, so here we go. One potato, one bell ball cutter. How it's designed, see that little bit on the top there? You had to press that into the potato. Once it's into the potato, as you can see, I think I made a mess of that, but we'll just rotate it, and then we end up with that. Pull that out. We got a little round ball of potato. Now, what I would suggest is this is overboiled. That's a fail in itself. So I'm going to reboil the potatoes just so they're slightly cooked, so it makes it easier for the hook to stay on the potato. Well, actually, an air rig. That's what we're going to do with that. That is a bell ball cutter, and we're going to be fishing with potatoes. So anyway, Flynn's going to actually fish with a potato, aren't you? So how are we going to get this potato here out there? We're going to pop it into a PVA bag, right? But on top of the potatoes, what we're going to do is we're going to put more potatoes in there. So we're going to cut some potatoes up as well from a new potato. A lot of potatoes going on, isn't there? Alright? Being part Irish means I know all about potatoes. Not quite, it's just don't know why I said that. So let's put the potatoes into the PVA bag. In goes the potato. And that's Flynn, he's fallen off his bucket. Are you alright, Flynn?
Yeah.
Flynn will come back in a minute when he's got back on his bucket.
We'll just press the elevator button.
Alright, there we go. Now that's the potatoes in the PVA bag, so we're not going to cast the potato off now, are we? And what we're going to do next is we're going to cast that potato out. Gotta be quick with this. I'm going to just tie that bag off. Doesn't have to be a brilliant bag, we just need to tie it off, and we're going to cast the potato out with the other potatoes and try and catch a fish. And let's see if we can catch a fish on what, Flynn? Potato! So now we've cast the potatoes out, and right in front of me now there are fish starting to move, but they seem to be cruising and not feeding. There's a bed of bait down there. I put about 1.5 kilos of bait out, so hopefully we'll get on the back of that and we might catch something, we hope. Really need a fish now, really. Now the thing is, it's overcast, it's going to be cooler today, which is good, it's good. It might kind of drop them down in the water because I don't want them high in the water when I'm trying to catch them on the bottom of the lake. I'm not going to put a zig on and do sig fishing for it because the birds, it's a very shallow lake this, and I'm not going to pop anything up for the birds to take that. And they can take baits off the bottom of the knob. You can see that. Cruising fish. You see it? So they are starting to move. Spring's here. Fish are awakening. They're starting to move through the water. It's just a case of trying to catch one now, isn't it? It's just a case of trying to catch a fish. And so far, I'm doing some very splendid camping. So Flynn had that bait out for 10 minutes. Didn't really give it enough time. He went, "Dad, it's raining. I am not fishing now. I'm going to get wet." And he's now in the car, just chilling out, relaxing. But the bait didn't last long. I'm going to try the actual... I'm going to use potato bait at some point. In the next vlog, I'll do a full vlog fishing with a... I'll get a bag of potatoes and I'll fish over the potatoes, and that'll be... I think that'll be interesting in itself, see if I can actually catch using the potatoes. But as you can now see, it's raining cats and dogs. and I'm going to pack up about 12 o'clock. Give it a couple of hours. I've cast one rig, you can see, out over there by a tree, and just where you see the slack in the water there, I've got another one there, 2 rods out, and that's only for the next couple of hours. All you can do is try. You can try and catch a fish, and if you don't, that's just the way it goes. Oh, bit of camping though. Enjoyed the camping. Camping is good. But it's catching, which is what we want here. Well, it's catching what we want to do while we're here, really, to be perfectly honest, isn't it? It's catching. Blimey, what you got to do? What have you got to do to try and catch a fish? I ask you. At least I'm out. At least I'm out. I'm out fishing. It's just a vlog. It's just a vlog. That's all it is. Well, if I don't catch a fish in the next 2 hours, then thank you for watching again. It's been a pleasure to see you again, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like and comment, subscribe, press that bell button, get notifications, and I'll see you on the next vlog.